Hey guys, I have the Opel Corsa from 2021 with the 1.2 liter 100 horsepower engine, and in this video I want to show you how to replace the air filter for this vehicle. So we start out by pulling on this lever here on the driver's side door. See this? Just pull on it one time and that should unlock the hood. And then we find a lever here in this little gap that opened up. Just put your finger right there and then you will find this lever here. Just pull up on this and that will allow you to lift up the hood. And then here on the right side we have this little pole here. We can pull this out and then we put this into this little hole here on the hood, and that will keep the hood up safely so it won't fall on our heads. So next we find here this engine cover. We're going to remove this by just pulling up on it. There's 4 spots that hold this up or in place, and we just pull on all those 4 corners and then you can easily remove it. Now the air filter box is located here in the very far end of the engine compartment. See this black box here, and the cover for this filter box is secured by 2 screws. So this is, I believe this is a torx screw, so torx 25. Maybe a little bit different, I'm not sure anymore, but I believe it's a 25. So just put this in there, remove those 2 screws. And then on the left side, on the very end here, we have to look a little bit deeper in there. That's where we find this little metal clasp here. So this is holding the filter cover here closed on the back side. See, you just pull this out on the side. It will just stay like this. It won't fall down if you leave it like that. So now we should be able to pull out the cover by just pulling it towards us. So I'm going to show you a little bit later how this really works and how we're going to put it back together. Okay, so now we already find here the old air filter. We can just pull this out, just pull it up and lift it up and throw it out. And then we're going to check in the filter box here for dirt and debris in there. So we want to make sure that there's nothing in there. So we want to clean it out, maybe take a vacuum and vacuum it out. Okay, so then we can just insert the new filter, just place it back in there. It should sit there just snug. And then when we take a look at the cover of this box, and you see here at the back end, you see these little plastic tabs, and those are going into these little hoops here that you see, these plastic loops there. So that's where these plastic tabs go into. And in order to get the cover back on, you may have to lift up the front end of the cover and then slide the back end into those loops there. Of course, don't forget to plug in here the air intake, and then there should be enough space for you to get a hand in there so that you can feel and make sure that the little plastic tabs really are getting to the right position where they're supposed to be and that the cover is closing right. And once you have it all set, then you can just put this metal clasp back on there. Make sure it sits tight and holds down the filter cover. And then of course put the 2 screws back on. And then I'm gonna make sure that the intake here is sitting right, that there's no gaps, and that it sits firmly in there. Okay, so now we can already put the engine cover back on. So we can see here these little white dots here. Those are going on top of here these metal pins that you see here. There's 4 of these pins you find on top of the engine, so just line that cover up and push down the cover so that it sits firmly. Okay, so now it's already time to close the hood. So don't forget to secure the pole here in this little yellow plastic tab that you see there. Then we're just going to drop the hood from about 1 foot high. Okay, so this was already it. Hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, then please leave a message below.